Hi, welcome back to Gaming for Gamers. Here we are in central London, in a very historic part of central London. Behind me is Westminster Abbey, and over there is Big Ben, the House of Parliament. So, very historic part of central London. So today's topic is a game which I'm sure many of you have heard of, if not played. I've not played it, so it's not a game I'm going to talk about in detail. It's a game I'm going to talk about the philosophy behind something to do with it, which is Star Citizen. Yeah, so it's a game that's very well known for many reasons. I'm not going to go into all the reasons. That's not the point of the video. But something about that game which I find very odd. It happens in other games as well. It happens sometimes a lot with Bethesda games actually as well. But it's something I've noticed online, and it happens especially with Star Citizen and some Bethesda games, but other games as well, other gaming companies, is why do gamers obsessively defend a gaming studio or a game? Especially a gaming studio, it's very strange. It's a studio, it's not a charity, it's not you're defending someone who's doing good work. If any company, it's a company that's set up to make money for the company, they're not making money for you. Especially in the case of Star Citizen, they've raised money, so it's a different thing altogether from Bethesda. But yeah, they're a company that's a commercial company, just like Ford or Kellogg's or anybody else who's in the business of making money. Why would you want to defend that company? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't happen in anything else. People don't generally defend Disney or 20th Century Fox or I don't know, Polygram Records or Ford, like I said, or Microsoft or anything else. It's just something that happens in gaming, and it's very weird. And in the case of Star Citizen, which I particularly mentioned Star Citizen, and there's a particular reason why I said that game, is of all games, it's a game that should be put up to the most close scrutiny. Not because there's anything wrong with it, and I don't know. I've seen lots of things for and against, but that's not the point of the video. But because it's raised so much money, I think it's about it's somewhere between 730 and 790 million dollars. I mean, just think about how much money that is and what you could do in gaming or in the world with that. And it's raised it through people donating money. So, of all the games that need to be up for scrutiny is Star Citizen. Now, they may not be doing anything wrong, and I don't know, and I don't want to know. I'm not going to investigate Star Citizen. Plenty of other people have done that and fallen on their swords. So, that's not the point. But the thing is, if people are looking into what they do, whether they misspend their money, whether they do different things with their employees they shouldn't be doing, and I've seen many different articles online over many years, why would normal customers defend that or try and defend the company? What's the point? Number one, what's the point? It's just the company trying to make money, not a charity, as I said. And it's in your interest, especially with Star Citizen, which is a game funded by the community, to know if there's problems. You would want to know. If I invested in anything, in Microsoft, I would want to know if there was problems with the company. If I invest in BioWare, I want to know. So why would you not want to know with a company that's only in existence because it raised money for consumers, and it raised such a lot of money? Why would you not want to know if there's problems? I mean, you may not see all the problems as big problems. You may want to. There's going to be always things that people disagree about. But why would you want to turn a blind eye, or literally defend blindly a game and a company where someone's trying to point out things that might be wrong? It's just really weird. And also, in the context of Star Citizen, I mean, it's been ongoing for 12 years. And 12 years is a ridiculous amount of time. I don't care how intricate the game is. It's an awful long time. So again, they've raised an awful lot of money to not have a finished product. And I think that regardless of whether the game has got issues, whether the company's got issues, what they do with their money, whether they're right, whether they're wrong, it's perfectly normal for people to look at that and go, hang on a sec, let's investigate this. And people that are invested in the game, whether it's emotionally or whether it's financially or both, should be really happy that people are doing that and support that. And yeah, of course, they're not going to agree with every single thing because they may not, but they shouldn't be bashing, for want of a better word, journalists or people that make any statement against Star Citizen or the company that makes it, because that doesn't make any sense. And it's almost like supporting a football team, where people that support football teams, I'm sure in other countries, and I know in other countries and in the UK, if you support Manchester United, some people are so obsessed with Manchester United or Chelsea or Arsenal or Liverpool, they can't see the wood from the trees. They're so obsessed with that being their team. They don't care how they win a game, they don't care what they do, they don't care about anything. As long as their team wins, they don't care, and their team is everything. And that's not necessarily a healthy way to look at it either, but that's a sport and that's a game. This is like money and a commercial company. So why would you support a game publisher company and a game in the same way as you would support a football team, where you can't hear anything wrong about them and you just want them to be defended under any circumstance? It doesn't make any sense. In fact, these games are sometimes more defended than football teams. Often you'll find, even with the most obsessive fans, if the team's not doing well or the money's been invested badly in new players or the manager's doing badly, they will realise and criticise that. But in this case, people don't want to hear criticism. So, like I said, it's not a video, an in-depth video about Star Citizen. It's not a critical video of Star Citizen. It's a video about why people are critical about people being critical about Star Citizen, if that makes sense. And I just find it very strange. I think we should all hope, with whatever we do, that there's people out there who will investigate what is going on with companies. Sometimes they may be wrong, sometimes they may get it wrong, sometimes people may not care, but you shouldn't be criticising or bashing people for doing it, because if we don't have that, then companies can get away with anything. And as we know, and again, I'm not talking about Star Citizen in particular, in gaming, companies will do often whatever they can, devs, to get away with anything they can. So we know that in gaming, it's not a unknown thing. We know that the major companies do things to get away with whatever they can, whether it's put in-game transactions or lie about footage of games or lie about what's going to be in games, or we know they do that. So we need people to be on it. And like I said, when the game's raised 700 and odd million and it's been 12 years in development, it's entitled to be looked at very closely and very often, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Anyway, thanks for watching Gaming for Gamers. Till next time, take care for now.